Now, the United Nations body noted that people around the world were either suffering from obesity or food insecurity. People globally should eat healthy diets for a zero-hunger world, the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization has said in a booklet that it released ahead of World Food Day on October the 16th. The document states that shifting to a healthier diet by eating more seasonal fruits and vegetables and reducing the consumption of junk food could help in meeting the zero hunger goal of the United Nations mandated Sustainable Developmental Goals. Over 820 million people, approximately 1 in 9 people around the world, were hungry, and malnutrition affects 1 in every 3 people, the FAO noted. And now with me in the studio is Oluseye Aderonke, who is a certified holistic practitioner and the CEO of FD Herbals and Essential Oils. She joins me now in the studio to shed more light on today's event. Today is World Food Day, and it's good to have you here.
Thank you.
Now, first of all, what do you consider healthy eating?
Okay, what I consider healthy eating is taking foods that are as close to nature as possible, eradicating the junks, taking off, any chemical leading food, from our diet. So basically, eating healthy is taking foods that are as close to nature, that have not gone through so much processing, and they don't have so much, synthetic chemicals added to them. So basically, that is healthy.
How possible is that for us, especially in Nigeria?
It is very, very possible. Very, very possible. And that doesn't necessarily translate to being expensive, because that is one misconception people have, that eating healthy, living a healthy lifestyle is expensive. It is not.
The Fit Farm things.
No, it's not even fit. It's not even about Fit Farm.
Okay.
You understand? I tell people I've been living this life for 3 going to 4 years now. I am not a Fit Farm person. I don't have any weight I want to lose. My goal is to live healthy so that my body can work the way it should. So it's not expensive. I tell people, if we can as much as look at the things we have around us, because I think, again, perspective matters a lot. So if you look at the things we have around us, for instance, I know that, walking on the streets, you could have trees that have fruits on them. We just tend to ignore them and like, oh, it's not food, because I get that a lot. Fruits are not food. But interestingly, if you're looking for the #1 food any human being should be eating, they are fruits.
Wow. Okay, so I know that you do a lot of things with food, herbs, and all of that, and particularly herbs. I want to ask, why do we need herbs even?
Okay, the reason why we need herbs is that we live in a time where things have changed, things are changing. I tell people a lot that the things that we are battling with today as a generation, our forefathers didn't have to battle with that. There's global warming and all that. We have so much toxins in the air. Our parents didn't have to deal with that. So herbs come into play by helping our bodies to function the way they should. Help to eliminate toxins from the body, helps to recalibrate, our system, helps to, just put it in a very, very conducive atmosphere for our vitals to work effectively. So basically, those are the things that herbs do, apart from the fact that they also have medicinal properties, that also help to fortify the system, build our immune system, our respiratory system, our circulatory system. Your heart is pumping the way it should, you're getting the right amount of blood and all that. So basically, herbs just help our bodies to function the way they are supposed to.
In relation to food, how do we use them now in food?
Okay, in relation to food, herbs are taken as teas, basically. They're taken as teas, or for some herbs, you could mix them with your fruits, your smoothies, your juices. Now, when I say juices, I don't mean packaged juices. I mean freshly juiced fruits. Yes. So you could add some of them, to eat. Now, some herbs need to be boiled, some herbs need to be steeped, some can just be taken directly, chewed and all that. But that's a whole different ball game entirely. So these are ways that we can incorporate them. You wake up in the morning, you take your herbal teas, even before you take anything into your system, at all. That way it also helps to clean out your system, helps to, basically helps your body to function, the way it should.
Okay, so in terms of healthy food, we've had a lot of conversation around oils, which one is healthy and which one is not healthy. And apart from the oils that we take, I know you do something also around essential oils.
Okay.
Now, what are essential oils and how do we apply them? How do we use them also?
Okay, essential oils basically they are liquids that are extracted from plants, and they are very volatile, chemical compounds. That makes them, in that volatile chemical compound is where their potency lies. Now, essential oils are not like our coconut oil, our olive oils, our olive oils, castor oils, and other carrier oils, but they are very, very potent, and a little goes a long way. In dealing with, I'm going to, just cite an example. You have respiratory issues, as little as using just one drop, of peppermint essential oil in hot water, and just doing some steam therapy and all that could help to clear your nasal passages, bring out all the mucor that is eating, in your nasal airways and all that, just brings them out, and just find that you're either coughing them out or you're blowing them out through your nose. So basically, essential oils are by default, by rule of the thumb, are applied topically, meaning that they are applied either on the skin or you're using steam therapy and all that, but they must not be used directly on the skin.
Okay. So I do know, again, that you're an advocate for natural food and healthy living, healthy eating.
Yeah.
Now, how do we cope in our situation, for instance, in Nigeria, where almost everything we eat is packed, from all kinds of junk? How do we cope? How do we manage eating healthy food, as opposed to junks, especially among young people too?
The truth of the matter is this, and this is one thing I tell people a lot. What you stock is what you will eat. If you stock the junks, you will not have any choice other than to eat junks.
But they're always staring at us.
They're always staring at us, but we need to decide for ourselves which route we want to go. If I stock the junks and I know the side effects it's going to have on my body, and if I take fruits, healthy food, and I see what it's going to do to my body, then I weigh it. Which is better? Yeah. Which is better? So if I know that taking healthy food is going to do me a lot of good, then no matter what, is staring at me right in the face, you understand, then I would have to ditch it. And I would like to say this, we don't have to get to a point where we have life-threatening health issues, because that is another perspective. When people are faced with life-threatening issues, then they now think, oh, it is time to eat healthy. But why don't you go healthy? Why don't you eat your fruits now? Rather than wait for that life-threatening situation to come, and then you think, and then at that point, the very food that they thought they could not ditch, they now find out that, see, at this point, I don't have a choice. I have to ditch it and, go the healthy route. And really, it is not difficult. As simple as waking up in the morning, and the first thing that goes into your system is a glass of freshly, juiced fruit. If you can't juice it, chew it. You understand? That way, you're even fuller, and, you probably will not be hungry, maybe till midday. You understand? Because when you chew your fruit, you're chewing, you have fiber, you have vitamins, you have it's just amazing, really.
Thank you very much. It's important to stay healthy, and thanks for your input there.
Thank you very much.